Your ego doesn't trust you, and it's the number one thing that keeps you stuck, unable to move forward to create the life that you truly love, or to really embody the spiritual expansion of the journey that you've been on. You've probably been on this journey doing the work to heal yourself, to clear your blockages, and to kill off your ego. But the ego is completely misunderstood by most of the spiritual and healing community. And the approach of trying to kill off your ego creates a greater divide between you and your ego, leaving it in a position where it doesn't trust you, and instead, it sabotages your growth and your success. If you haven't seen me before, my name's Aaron, and I work with people to break the cycles of self-sabotage, integrating their consciousness with the 13 chakra system to create lives that they truly love. You've been told that you need to kill your ego and ascend to a higher level of consciousness. But what most people don't realize is that the ego is the inner child that had to get tough. The ego is carrying the weight of responsibility to deal with what is objectively a very fucked up world. It's the protective layer that was built around your inner child to preserve the most pure aspect of your consciousness. It's had to take on the job of dealing with all of the negative situations that have happened in your life. And it matches the resonant vibration and structure of everything in your past. Think of your ego like your hand for a moment. If you're going to pick up an object in the physical world like this coffee mug, your hand must match the structure, the shape of the object in order to hold it and move it and interact with it. Much the same, your ego engages and interacts with your world by matching the structure of it. It is the experience engine. It is the part of your consciousness that allows you to experience the world, and its job is to handle all of the programs that the world throws at it. But it was never designed to be in charge. It was never designed to make the choices. However, at some point in your life, when you weren't able to make the choices, when you felt small or powerless and retreated to the background of your life, your ego had to step up. So it did its best, and it started making decisions based on the programming from the experience. Now, objectively, those aren't going to be good decisions. They're going to keep repeating the same negative experiences because that's the frame, that's the structure that the ego has to work with. But inside the ego is simply a scared inner child, and the ego has been protecting your inner child the whole time. So when you come at the ego with this new age spiritual idea that you need to kill it off, get rid of it, or release it in order to ascend, you break the trust between you and your ego. It's been protecting and defending you. It's been protecting and defending your inner child. But now you want to kill it off. And that means you're threatening your inner child. So the ego fights back. It self-sabotages your journey. It avoids letting you go forward where you would leave it behind, because no part of your consciousness can truly ever be left behind. So it's time we flipped the script on this entirely. Instead of fighting your ego, what if you learned to communicate with it? What if you rebuilt the trust between yourself, your ego, and your inner child? What if you allowed true communication to truly understand what these different aspects of consciousness have in common and how they can actually work together to create a life that you love? Simply put, you cannot create a life that you love with only half of your consciousness. You can't get rid of the ego half and then go live a life that you love, because there will be nothing left to experience it. You can't ascend and go be your higher self if you don't bring every part of your consciousness with you. Your higher self is the sum total of all aspects of consciousness: your inner child, the current you, your ego, and every other part of you that may have been created along the way. We need to build a bridge of communication between every aspect of consciousness. And what I found is that the chakra system provides an excellent energetic template for rebuilding communication within the self, but not the 7 chakra system, because the 7 chakra system stores all of the programs and distortions that get stuck into our reality from the world around us. Beyond the 7 chakra system is a seldom talked about 13 chakra structure. This structure retains the original blueprint of who you were before this world told you who to be, before your inner child had to retreat to the background, and before your ego got formulated as the defense. When you begin to work with your 13 chakras, you're able to bring back the original blueprint into the main 7 chakra system. And the entire chakra system powers up as a bridge of communication between every part of yourself. And most significantly, it allows for the integration of the ego to step back from the driver's seat that it was never meant to be in and to instead become the experiencer of life once again, while you step into the driver's seat and begin to steer your life into a life that you love. But the ego will never let you back into the driver's seat if it doesn't trust you. In truth, it's your best friend, but you've betrayed it along the way. So we need to reestablish that trust, and that starts with inner source communication. If you're ready to build that bridge of communication within yourself, if you're ready to expand your chakra system to be a container where your inner child and your ego and you can go and create a life you love, living out the harmonic source blueprint of who you were before this world told you who to be, I invite you to come to the cycle breaker training that I'm doing this week. You can grab your seat right up here or right down here at the links in my bio. It's time to end the battle and the inner conflict between every part of yourself and instead embrace every part of yourself with perfect love, perfect trust, and clear, full communication. So I'll see you there on the flip side.